no one sees you like your girlfriends see you, right? So sometimes you need that reminder.
What does that actually look like, maintaining this connection, this friendship?
Not finishing that film was not an option for me.
I feel that responsibility where we live near each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta get out of that house.
You have to pay the bill at some time. And my bill came and I got divorced and I lost my home and I lost my job and I found myself a single mother.
But I still think the work in itself is very lonely.
Every publisher had rejected it. Mind you, they rejected it for the most racist of reasons.
This feels like we are digging back in
I
time. I'm like,
know.
wow, that time was humbling.
I called her crying. I couldn't get my head crying now thinking about it.
Can you share the story?
I will not do that. She will put me out.
I would put her out.
She's like violently transparent.
Violently. Wildly
Like,
transparent.
we didn't want to know any of that,
Right.
and we are offended by half of it.
So what is the friendship origin story? Welcome to the Her Agenda podcast. I have 3 women with me who I genuinely admire, not just for what they've built, but for how they've built it, and for the fact that they've done it alongside each other. Tia Williams is a best-selling novelist whose books have a way of making you feel all the feels. Renae Bluitt is a woman who has spent her career making sure Black women's stories get told with the fullness they deserve. And Tricia Lee is a powerhouse broker who has closed over 400 million, let me get that number right, 400 million in real estate, and somehow makes it look like she was just born to do it. What I love most about this conversation that we're going to have is that these are not just accomplished women sitting next to each other. They are genuine friends. You know, you have those industry friends, you have those friends that you just see out and about. No, they're real friends, and they have watched each other take risks, navigate hard seasons, and come out on the other side with something real to show for it. So we're going to get into all of that, the work, the friendship, and what it actually takes. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have all 3 of you. Renae, thank you for answering my crazy random email like, hey, I think I want to get all 3 of you on the podcast to just talk about your friendship. And you're like, I think we can make that happen. So we're like, let's pick a date 2 months out so that everybody can make it. And it was also a miracle for you to get here today. Everybody has a story of how they got here on the train today.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Right?
So
But I
crazy.
do want to get into the friendship origin story. I tried to research it myself, and all I could find was a panel from 2012, 14 years ago, where you were on the panel, she was organizing the panel, you were on the panel as well. But that's not the origin story. Renae gave me a correction. The PR girl, the Virgo in her, corrected me. So what is the friendship origin story?
I think I feel like it's Polish Bar.
It starts at
It's
Polish
Polish
Bar.
Bar.
right? Yeah.
All things start with Polish Bar.
I mean, really. Yeah, I think that's where it started.
Okay.
We met at Polish Bar, and then we met at Polish Bar too.
Yeah, I was a beauty. So honestly, we all met through the beauty industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a beauty editor in, I guess, like, what was it, 2009, 2010? I was beauty editor at Essence, and I went to Polish Bar for a story. And you were like, why do you still have a relaxer?
I just had to understand that.
She's like, why are you just, and I truly was the last woman in Brooklyn to have a
You're
relaxer.
so dry.
I was. She's like, what are you doing? Like, grow that out. And Renae, I already knew, I think, just because you represented some beauty brands
Yes,
that
yes.
we wrote about.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I met those 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you 2 met.
I think in the first salon we met. I think she was doing PR, and I don't know if I was working with one of the brands or I don't remember this story. It was like so long ago.
Yeah.
I just remember us meeting in a restaurant on Myrtle, and you were going off on someone about something, but we were meeting about
That sounds
me.
right.
That feels right. Yeah.
That's on brand. We were meeting about me doing PR for you, and that's when we started to work together around planning the 5-year anniversary.
Oh, right. That's I feel like we met before. Maybe we didn't meet before, but Renae and her dog looked alike, and we lived in
Yeah.
the same neighborhood. And so I felt like, it's just something that you just know in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. And I'm like, I don't know why she don't dye that dog black so that they can really look alike. Because they both had the same haircut.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
So
Zoe.
I know. So I knew her and Zoe for probably a few years before we actually met. Because I
Okay.
remember it far before then. Yeah. But we
Okay.
just were always like circling around each other's worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And then like T and I hit it off immediately. Like I feel like from the day that we met, we've just been always been like this since then.
Yeah.
And then after the 5-year anniversary was such a success, our first project together, we became friends. And then all of a sudden it was like I would be with one or the other, and rarely, as today, all three of us are available.
Mhm.
So then we'd all get together, and then we started going on vacations and planning our lives and our goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about our dreams. I mean, literally, so many of the things that you just spoke about are things that we would sit around the table and talk about.
Seriously.
Yeah, and
Plotting and
plan
planning.
and plotting and
Yeah.
planning. Yeah, like shoestring budgets, no assistance, no help, no support, and just like
Yeah.
literally figuring it out. Like 3 different one-man shows.
We would
I
have
love
these
this.
summits. Like
Yeah.
I remember going to, I don't remember which apartment
Yeah,
this was, but like you had a table, you had like a bench table.
yeah, that big wooden
That
table.
big wooden
We'd
table.
sit around
Yes.
it.
And you made
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah.
And
Tacos.
like, yeah, we would just come over and plot and plan.
We'd eat and we'd be planning our lives, like by like every detail though. Like
And
every
talk
detail you
nonsense
speak
about-
about now, we were talking about then.
Mhm.
Wow.
And the thing I love about it is that this was before social media.
Mhm.
This was before we were really busy on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I feel like we had time to really give our work and each other like real attention
Yeah.
as opposed to being distracted and,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, like when we got together, it was all about pouring into each other, figuring things out, talking things through. It's like no one sees you like your girlfriends see you, right? So sometimes you need that reminder. And we got, I think we just got so much more of that. I mean, it was only 15 years ago. We got so much more of that because that's what the time was meant for, that level of quality. Whereas now I feel like sometimes almost everything is meant for the moment, and then the connection gets lost.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
oftentimes, like we didn't have that. We would talk about, you know, I want to write this book, and I want it to be a movie. I think Gabrielle Union should star in it. Like she said those words out of
I
her
did
mouth.
say those
Oh
words.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
I
and she
absolutely
cut out
did.
a picture of her and put it on
Yes.
a like vision, like a what do you call those things? Those not a vision, like the paper,
No, it was
a
like
vision
a
board, right?
yeah, I actually, you know, when people talk about manifestation and
Yeah.
vision boards and stuff, I'm not woo woo at all. I don't play in that sandbox at all. But I had a friend, Wyatt was the one who was like, you need to make a vision board. So I was like, oh, I'll get on Pinterest because Pinterest was new. And he was like, no, you should actually do it with your hands. And so I cut out a picture of her. And like, because I was writing this book, The Perfect Fight, and I felt like I couldn't finish it. And he was like, make a vision board to help get you through it. And so I pictured her as the main character. And I even put like a picture of a book on it, and the book was yellow. And this is before there was even a book, and the book ended up being yellow. I mean, all these things came true. It was crazy.
I am getting goosebumps. You said you're not woo woo, but I
I'm
am.
not.
And the
Okay.
fact that you did that and
Yeah.
manifested that so specifically, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And what's even crazier is that every single one of you has a Netflix deal as well.
Yeah.
Was that talked about when y'all
We
were
never
in the
talk about
apartment?
that.
No.
Like,
No.
I had a completely different career.
Mm-hmm.
You were like in the prime of doing what you do, but you never like production. Like you,
No, it was all about, at that time, it was about my blog in her shoes.
Her shoes.
It
yeah.
was about events, which, as you mentioned, the event that would brought us together. And at the time, I think that was the extent of my vision for it. I never thought about a documentary.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
none of us talked about like we want to. Like
No.
it just wasn't a thing.
And I'm such a novelist. I'm such a writer,
Mm-hmm.
specifically. You know, I never really think about books being turned into movies. Like, I'm just trying to get the damn thing published,
Yeah.
you know, get through it, get through the editing, you know, all of that. So, and it happens so rarely, a book to film adaptation, especially for Black women. So it's not like that was ever something that I even thought was attainable. So yeah, we didn't really talk about Netflix,
especially the story of
Here
that
we
book,
are.
though. Like
I
the book
know.
barely got finished.
It barely got
You
finished.
know,
We're gonna get
And
into
for it
that
to
a
blow
little
up
later
so
in the
crazy, I was like,
conversation.
what?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little later in the conversation. But what I'm just seriously in awe of this connection because I'm not sure if you've read, but there are statistics now that say, you know, the more successful you become, the lonelier it is.
Mhm.
And there's this loneliness epidemic happening now, especially because of pandemic and just women who are successful just don't have their tribe, they don't have their community. You talk about this time with such, you know, awe and wonder and just like looking back smiling, but you all were at different stages of your life and career. and you've still been able to maintain your connection and friendship over the years. What does that actually look like in reality, like maintaining this connection, this friendship when you're in a busy season?
I think we just plug back in like whenever we show up. Like I never feel away if I don't speak to anyone for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Like I
Mm.
don't know the last time all three of us were actually together.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't matter. We can still go have hot dogs after this. That is what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just the understanding and like knowing that their lives are so multifaceted that when you get their time, you're good, And
Yeah.
it's like I don't like there are people I have to try to explain my schedule to. They're not one of those people. I think that they do get it. And I still think there's an issue with loneliness still. I mean, we have
Yeah.
good friendships and a lot of people that are around us are like-minded and understand what we go through the day. But I still think the work in itself is very lonely. I think that's very true. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that I don't deal with that.
And when life gets busy, it's hard. It's like you mean to send the text and then the text just doesn't get sent. You mean to put the dinner on the calendar and it just doesn't get on the calendar.
Yeah, and for what I do, it's such an isolated, one man show kind of thing anyway. Like to write a book, no one's going to write it but you. It's just you and a laptop and your thoughts.
Mhm.
And it can be very, you feel like you're just locked in a bubble and you
Mhm.
forget that there is even a world that's turning around you, to do it right, you have to do it like that. You have
Right.
to like sort of shut out the world. And so it's hard to keep up relationships because you have to be like your meanest boss you've ever had, and you have to be that for yourself
Yeah.
to keep on this deadline. And my publisher wants a book a year at least. So yeah, it's definitely hard to make new friends because who's going to understand that kind of
Right.
schedule?
Mhm.
Right.
So yeah,
I
that's
also think
tough.
it's like sometimes the job of the friendship is to pull you out of that hole. Like
That is so true.
there's sometimes it's like, girl, like you need to get out of the house. Like, I feel that responsibility where we live near each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta get out of that house.
Yeah.
And I would say Renee does that with me because
I was gonna
Mhm.
say you do that with me. I think
really,
you're
yeah.
good at
No, I
you'll
think
be
you do
like,
it with me though. So maybe I think you probably recognize when I need to come out because I think all of us can go into a very deep hole with our work.
Mhm.
Like we
So
all
so
are
easy.
so like for me to focus on the other lanes, it is like a real effort.
Yeah.
Because this lane is just where I sit sweetly,
You get tunnel vision.
Yeah, and I need those friendships to be like there is a world spinning around out here.
Yeah. And then when you do reconnect in person, I personally feel so full. Like I feel like it really gives
Yeah.
me what I need to pick up and do whatever it was I was
Yeah.
doing with more inspiration. I mean, even just this morning, Trisha was reminding me of who I was. And I think
Mhm.
that's so important with
Girl,
friendships.
who are you? I want to know. Who am I? Tell us.
Well, you
Trisha
know.
reminded me who I
So
was.
when you're in a season of there's this term that a lot of people are talking about, like the messy middle. Like you're
Oh,
not at the beginning of your
yes.
career, you're not at the end, you're in this middle. And that's exactly where I am. And
Mm.
so when we were talking, she just poured into me, and I was like, yeah, like, thank you. And that's just what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
because it's hard to see yourself the way that I think your friends see you. Like when you're proud of your friends and like I'm like their PR. Like this Tia Wills the New York Times
Always.
bestseller Tia Wills. Like I don't know how to say her names without saying it. I'm
Uh-huh.
obnoxious about it and I do not care.
Yeah.
And then like people be standing around and be like, how do I know you? And I'm like, I don't know how you know me. You know her from Netflix.
Yeah.
So we're that for each other, like in each other's presence and more importantly in each other's absence. And I think
Yeah.
that that's what's good, but it's not something that we can consistently do and connect in because lives have changed. I mean, people
Yes.
have had full families, people got married, built houses, renovate. Like we've done so much in the last 10 years, which I'm grateful for because those are
Mhm.
all things we talked about wanting
Mhm.
and like what we all wanted a dog or I think
Mhm.
we all wanted a dog in a bigger apartment at one point. And then the
Edges,
goals,
that we have not attained.
I mean,
Edges. Wait, what?
you got a bigger apartment. That's not true.
No,
No,
edges.
she's talking about
Oh,
edges.
no, I said a dog.
Oh,
Edges.
I did not
We
say
all
edges.
have
That would be
edges here.
ridiculous.
we don't. We don't all have edges here. No, we
do not.
don't.
Don't let these don't let these facts fool you. We do not.
Okay, well, I
Now, when you
cannot
met
tell.
us, we did.
Right.
Whole different story.
I
I
know.
cannot tell.
But I did. The
Are you
first thing
all
I
in
said to
Brooklyn?
her. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I
Okay.
almost
We've
forgot.
always all
Renae, you
been.
briefly moved to LA
Yeah,
and then
for
you
5
came on
minutes.
back.
6
Came
minutes.
back.
6 minutes.
Okay, so what was
Mhm.
that like with changing up your environment and your social circle?
You know what? I don't think that like, this was during the pandemic, like the height
Okay.
of the pandemic, so just keep in mind, we weren't all operating, at our best capacity. I don't think that I fully wrapped my mind around the just the distance from
Mhm.
family, from community. Being in LA for that brief time reminded me how much my community in Brooklyn and in New York City really meant for me.
Mhm.
I'm really close to my family, so that 3-hour time difference, it was not cool.
Yeah.
And so, I exercised my free will as a single woman with no children, and I was like, "I don't
You
like
come
it
on
here,
back.
and I'm going back."
I love that.
And just let's act like we didn't have that going away party.
Right.
I was like, we haven't even finished the wine.
No.
Just
Any excuse to have a party. A welcome back. You just left, but here we are. More
Exactly.
champagne.
Exactly.
And
So
also the lesson is you're never stuck where you are.
Yes.
You are
Yeah.
You
never.
can always change your mind.
And I think it's just so important to try new things.
Yep.
Like
It is.
that's the thing. Like
It's
when
brave.
like if it's LA, then screw it. Like because what I think is worse is to not know and to
Yeah.
not try and then that to
Exactly.
drive you crazy. I'd rather go somewhere and be like, oh, I don't like it here at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Than
Yes.
to be like thinking that you're missing out on something. And when I visited you, her life was so beautiful. I just thought it was
It
so
was so
pretty.
lovely. I mean, I didn't physically see it, but I saw
Oh,
it
it was
in your
gorgeous.
Instagram, and it was beautiful,
And
very
so
sunny.
that's just a reminder that things can look away.
Uh-huh.
Like like that apartment, I literally said if I could pack that up and move it to Brooklyn, if I could bring the ocean, and the sun and
Your
the palm
your
trees.
whole life. Like she had the cutest car, the cutest building, the cutest pool, like I just like this is the greatest place in the world. It was such a cute setup.
But
And
it's
didn't
but
not.
if you're not
realize.
happy, you're
Yeah,
not
that
happy.
tells you
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there. It doesn't
community is
matter.
so at the core of everything that you do. People say
Yes.
community over competition, but you literally are the epitome of that. You do not see competition. It really comes through with everything you do, from In Her Shoes to She Did That to the Holiday Bazaar, all of it. And I also remember the time when you were talking about your documentary too, and that was a risk. That was something new for you that I
Mhm.
want to get into later. So just keep that in the back of your mind of the journey for that
For
documentary.
sure.
And then Tia, you described the publishing industry as historically white and
Mm-hmm.
brutal.
Historically and presently.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
And you said you almost quit after writing The Perfect Find, and it was rejected by almost every major publisher.
Every.
By every,
Yeah.
not almost every major
Yeah.
publisher. And then
Every single one.
Trisha, you walked away from everything that you've built at the Polish Bar to completely start over in a whole new industry where you had no experience. So these are the kind of moments where you find out who actually shows up for you.
Mhm.
And I would love for you all to reflect on those moments from when you were trying to get your documentary funded, brands were interested, taking the meetings, and they're like, not quite signing the contract yet. And
Right.
you're like, I'm shutting down my business and I'm going to go into real estate. And you're like, I just wrote this amazing book and nobody will buy it. How did you all show up for each other in that moment, in those kind of hard moments?
Oh gosh.
Wow, this feels like we are digging back in
I
time. I'm like, wow, that
know.
time was humbling.
Girl.
But you know what's interesting? It was humbling, but also there was a beauty in not really knowing. Like I was naive to the
Mm.
filmmaking process. I did not know what was ahead of me. I think that if I knew seriously the mountain that I was going to climb, even beyond the film being produced, I may have talked myself out of it. But there is a magic in doing something for the first time. So I
Mm.
would say that that was my superpower in that moment. I knew that I had these stories. I knew that they needed to be told. I was so proud that women like Lisa Price and Melissa Butler and Lovey, like all of these people trusted me. I
Mhm.
felt like, for one, no matter what the funding situation was, I had to get it done because
Yeah.
I've already, like brought these women on board, but I didn't know. And I think that that is what really got me through. I
Mhm.
just did, day by day, what can I do? There was no not finishing that film was not an option for me.
Okay. That's important.
Yes.
You had tunnel vision, as we talked about.
Yes,
And
yes,
it paid off.
for sure.
I think that's how I was feeling too. Like the no just wasn't an option.
Mhm.
And when Renae was just talking about messy middle, I think that era was my messy middle. I had a lot of early success. I was the first Black beauty editor at Glamour. I was at Elle and Essence and Team People and Connie Nast and all these places. And I, published my first book when I was 25 and I did all these things. And then, you think if you check all the boxes and do everything right, then your life is going to be perfect. But, you have to pay the bill at some time. And my bill came and I got divorced and I lost my home and I lost my job. And I found myself a single mother trying to figure out what to do with my life. And I remembered, I got this tattoo, this right tattoo.
Okay.
And I remembered that that's what I do. Like I write myself out of situations.
Mhm.
And I wrote The Perfect Find, and it was really all I had at the time, and it had to work out. And I remember sitting with Tricia at a was there a restaurant called Pillow on Myrtle?
Yes, Pillow Cafe.
Pillow Cafe. It's
Mhm.
fabulous. And I was telling you that every publisher had rejected it. Mind you, they rejected it for the most racist of reasons, like all of them. It was always like, we don't believe that a Black woman would be a fashion editor. We don't believe that a Black woman would reach these heights in the fashion industry. Maybe you should change the industry.
And she needed more trauma in her life
And
too,
she-
like
that was the
struggle.
third
I was like,
one.
and also
The
That was the
struggle.
third
she
one.
wasn't struggling enough.
Oh
Yeah,
my
talk about the
God.
struggle. And I was like, and I refused to change any of it. And so, the no's remained no's. And I was telling Tricia about this at Pillow Cafe, and she started crying like it was happening to her.
Yeah.
And
I cried when I finished the book too. I called her crying. I couldn't get I'm crying now thinking about it. I couldn't get my emotions together. I was like, this is what you're here for.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't finish many books.
Yeah.
right.
Not that I'm proud of that, but I'm very busy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember
Yeah.
Renae when I was living on 5th Avenue in Park Slope, over a pizzeria.
In a nail shop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And a nail shop. Yeah. And you got my social media situation together. You
Mhm.
were like, you should just post about what it's like to write a book. I was like, nobody cares about that. Like, who would care? And she was like, people would care. Like, bring them into, your experience and the journey of it all. And
I
was
remember a
like,
strategy plan.
that was our strategy. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were like putting together her marketing plan for the perfect find over pizza and a Caesar salad.
And a Caesar salad. And I
That's
remember
how we
Renae being
compensate
upset
each other
because I
for
didn't.
work, by the way.
Yes. And I forgot to get your drink when I ordered it.
Your memory is too good.
No, it's so good. I'm a writer.
Hello.
I have to remember this
She's
stuff.
memorizing
she
every
literally will
detail
listen to
for
every-
later in a book. And you're
your
gonna
own-
read
your words
the
show up in
scene
her
like,
book.
wait,
Yeah.
this happened. You
Mhm.
just changed the names around.
Everyone
She'll
I
call
knew
you
goes through
4 days
that.
later, like, remember when we were at coffee? What was that thing you said? I'm like, what's going on right now?
Absolutely.
Remember we went away for Tricia's birthday. We're not gonna say which one, and you were
Yeah.
writing.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were committed.
I was.
We were
Oh, and
getting
she decided that Jamaica was where she does her best writing.
Mhm.
The
Yes.
sand and the beach was the best for her.
My hair looks the best and the writing is the best.
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
done.
I remember capturing pictures of you writing. Like she is dedicated, and I am
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah. I'm
Meanwhile,
serious.
where's the drinks? Like
Right.
She didn't have one drink. Every day was about writing in Jamaica. She was
Yes.
there.
A groundbreaker, she is the woman who saw what was not working and decided to fix it herself. She's building a business, leading movements, creating platforms, changing policy, making space where there wasn't any before. She's shifting the entire landscape for everyone coming behind her. Her agenda is honoring 50 women like that. Women who are redefining what's possible in their industries and communities. Know a groundbreaker? Nominate her today. Let's make sure her impact gets recognized. The Groundbreakers is launching in 2026. Nominate a woman today.
I
That's
totally
wonderful.
get what you mean though about Tia's books. It's like, you know how you binge watch shows? You
Yes.
literally have to binge Tia's books
Yeah.
because it's just like you can't put it down.
Yeah.
You can picture it, like the dialogue, everything. It's just really
And then you're in whatever you're
unlike
doing, and you're
anything.
like, "This is so whack. I want to be back in that world."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
you're
get
in it.
sad. That's why I get why you were crying. I'm like
Yeah.
sad that it's over.
Yeah,
That's why I was
yeah.
so happy about the movie because I'm like, okay, I can relive the book kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the goal.
Yeah. And then you didn't talk about your polish bar transition into real estate. How did you lean on your friends in that moment?
Oh, that's all I had. It was so rough. It was so, so rough. And I felt like that was an era of my life where I was learning like my relationship with ambition and my own ambition, and like
Mm.
how much of my like progress and success and accomplishments mattered to who I was. Like I remember saying out loud, like, I don't even know who I am outside of beauty. Like, who would I be? You know? And I was like seriously asking friends, them and other friends, that question, because I'd only saw myself working in one lane and didn't understand how I'd be able to successfully transition. But I figured I would try. I didn't have anything else that I figured I could do, and I thought that there'd be a connection between like meeting all these women and knowing all these homeowners and being able to build a business. And I knew sales is sales, so I was like, I
Yeah.
can sell anything. And it
Mhm.
just didn't
That
work.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything. It just didn't work at all in the beginning. It didn't work at all, and I had to kind of show up every day. And I got to a point where I just thought I was crazy for thinking it would work. So I was like, this is like, any logical person knows this is not working. I'm coming here every day. I've been doing this for 6 months. I haven't made $1. I
Yep.
have a business that I'm running, 2 businesses that I'm running. I need to be focused on those things. And it was like 6 months to the day, it just flipped upside down completely, and it just like took off.
Wow.
Yeah.
$400 million
That's where
later.
it kind of started. But my first year, I sold 14 houses. I'm sorry, 21 houses.
Okay.
And that's just not like something that you do. But it was, I believe it was all the work that I'd been doing up until that point. You
Mhm.
know, I don't think it had anything to do with that time in my life. It was just like,
Yeah. And it's easy to say that from here, from this seat, right? But when you're going through it, it's hard to really like feel it fully. But
yeah,
in hindsight, it makes a lot of sense. The
yeah,
pivot that you made with the relationships that you had, that was golden. That's the golden ticket. All of those women, all that time in the salon, those
yeah.
connection
They're like,
moments, they trust you.
yeah, they're decision makers. Like, even with their partners, they're the ones who choose where they live. They're the ones who
Mhm.
choose how they live. And the trust was already there. So it allowed the second career to really propel, because I didn't have to like build that reputation and that trust. I almost walked in with it.
Mhm.
I think that was really important. And then I think in real estate, I found that a lot of the quirks about my personality and my preferences fit that industry so much better
Yeah.
than it does beauty. And as much as I love beauty, I enjoy it thoroughly now because I can afford it all. But in this business, my personality is such a better fit. It
Mhm.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all are super accomplished and have seasons, I think, of highs and lows. Rarely does that align with each other, right? There's like a moment where somebody is visibly winning, and I say visibly because you never know what's going on behind the scenes, while another one of you might be sort of quietly grinding in the waiting room, so to speak. What does that look like for you all in your dynamic when someone's just like visibly on their winning streak and you're kind of in your waiting moment?
I don't think
Mm.
we've ever had that timing where one of us is winning and the
I'm
others
always
aren't.
balling out of control. I don't
Listen,
know
let
what
me
you're
tell
talking
you.
about.
Let me tell you. I
I don't know what they be
Y'all all
doing.
win at the same time and grind at the same time. I love it.
It's weird, but yeah. Right?
And I also think that we're like we're pretty transparent. I mean, I'm a very transparent person in general. I think she's like violently transparent.
Violently. Wildly
Like, we
transparent.
didn't want to know any of that,
Right.
and we are offended by half of it.
Yeah. I'm holding back right now.
I had to have a talk with her this morning.
Oh,
But
don't say
Renee's
too
like the
much.
PR version of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like she's the one who's gonna be like, Tricia, don't say that. This is what I think you should say. I was like, no, I actually said what I wanted to say. So you have 3 very different personalities, but I also forgot the question.
Always.
What happens
Always.
when one of us is winning and the rest of us are in the
I
waiting
think we
room?
all know what it really takes to win. Though.
Yeah.
I really do. So I think I can be at your whatever,
Mhm.
and I know what it takes to keep it, do it, build it, and to sustain
Yeah.
it. So I don't ever look at it like I look at all of it the same, whether she's grinding, whether she's isolating,
Yeah.
whether I have to pull her out of the house because she needs tan. She gets
Mhm.
that way in the winter. She just turns green because she
turn
won't go outside for
green.
11, 12, 13 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book is almost done, but girl.
But my complexion is Renee's outfit.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
that's not
goodness.
cool. So I think I see the full picture of it. So of
Yeah.
course you are happy about the big moments because you know your girl deserves that and more. But I never feel like it's a winning season. I feel
Yeah.
like you guys are doing what you need to do to get this thing done.
Yeah.
Mhm. But there are seasons, I think, where we may be busier, like being able to support you with short and
Yeah.
sweet and things like that. Like that may not have been able to happen if I was like in the middle of filming a
Yeah.
project. So
Everything this year,
Oh,
like the
mhm.
last night, I
that's
was like, I
true.
have no idea what we're doing, but if you talk to Renae, you'll be keyed in. They're like, "But your name's on the door." No. You need to go talk to her, like because that's how involved I can be at certain things because there's too much going on, and
Yeah.
like it just so happened that she had like 4 months that she could dedicate to me, and she knows everything that I need. I don't have to even tell her.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah,
really,
my
really is.
team showed up to your Atlanta talk,
Oh, cool.
and they were
Oh.
able to meet you in person. Renae, they said hello to you, and yeah, that's powerful that you're
Yeah.
like able to support your friend, your genuine friend,
Yeah.
with your work skills in the
But
season.
every detail of that she planned. She
Wow.
found the space. The only thing she didn't plan was those raggedy flowers.
Oh my
Oh, the
gosh.
flowers weren't good.
Stop.
I chose them.
Oh.
Stop.
But every detail, it was like, and also it'll be done to the standard that I like because I have the nerve to be like not interested and super particular.
Right.
You can't
Like
be
she's not
both. You
interested.
can't be
No,
both.
she's
She is
not
both.
interested and she's super particular. Here I come.
Yep.
Don't tell me nothing, and it better be right.
Right.
No, I am the same way. I totally get that because I'm like, I don't want to make the decision, but I also don't want it to be raggedy.
It
Like,
better be-
you
yeah.
know my
You better
quality.
get this right. And don't make me have to come back over there.
That's
Exactly.
actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like my PR career has been the blessing that has brought both of you in my lives. Like you
Yeah.
said, I
Yep.
met you through
Yep.
Essence,
Yeah.
met you through Polish Bar. And so
Yep.
to be able to support in any way I can with that skill, like it's work that I love to do, but it's even more like impactful and just it feels better when you're doing it for people that you love.
Yeah.
And she does it whether she's asked to do it or not because she will check you so quick on like a post. She will be like, I don't like what you said in that email. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. Mind your business. How are you even copied on it? Like
Do y'all have a group chat?
We do. We haven't
What's
been
it
in the
called?
group
We
chat
haven't
forever.
been in the group chat in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think did it have a name? Curlfriends, was it?
You named it,
I
girlfriend.
love to name a group chat.
As we all sit here with straight
If I
hair.
don't name
Yeah,
my group
I know.
that's the nerve, right?
Right, the
It's
nerve.
the winter time though. That's not fair.
Yeah, but
But
back
I
then
always
we
name the
usually
group
did
chats.
curly.
Otherwise, I'll end up in the wrong one. So every time I'm on a group chat, I'm gonna
Okay.
name it. So ours was Curl Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we all used to wear our hair curly.
Yeah.
We
And
have a
here we are with
great
straight
picture
hair,
of
all
the
of us.
three of us with curly hair at the
Would ruin the
birthday.
girls. Let me
Oh my
just tell
God.
you, the
Listen.
curls. When we do it, we really do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
it's
go wash
about to
our
be
hair right now.
curly
Yeah.
hair
Yeah.
weather. Curly
It's a
hair
lead-in.
season is coming, so
It's
we have to redo this with our curls.
She could
Yeah.
be our
And
fourth,
invite
she could be our
Lisa.
fourth member to our girls
She
group,
could.
actually, right?
Add me, please.
Yeah,
I would like to go to
yeah.
Puerto Rico and all the things.
All the
Yeah.
things.
So we've been talking a lot about supporting each other in the wins, the high moments, and you kind of brought this up a little bit where you were like, Renae will check me if I'm not saying the right thing or doing the right thing. What about those moments where you've had to check your friend? Like, we get tunnel vision, we have these big dreams, big goals, we're going to get it done. But sometimes you got to pull your friend to the side and be like, girl, not like this, not this way.
Mhm.
Have you all had those moments where you had to check each other?
I think she's always my PR manager. I don't know if you feel that way. So I'm just
Yeah.
accustomed to it. I don't
Mhm.
even I don't think I recognize it. I'm like, well, that's what she's here for. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have
And
said
I
that.
think it's how people talk about like calling people out versus calling them in. Like
Yep.
I think we've probably all checked each other in some way, but not in a
Mhm.
way where it's malicious or we're trying to hurt someone. It's just we want the best for each other. So it may
Yeah.
not even come across as something that you need to be offended about. We're probably gonna
Right.
laugh about it, actually.
And also just knowing each other's personalities and how something can land. I can sometimes go behind Tia and maybe she said it not as firm as I thought she needed to say. So I'm like,
Mhm.
well, that really did pissed her off, So it's like
Right.
I become the big sister in that moment, or she'll come behind me and be like, I think you should revisit the way you said that. And I'm like, no, that's what I meant. And then I'm like, well, what do you think I should say? You know?
Right.
But there's trust there, so I don't ever feel like she would steer me the wrong way. I just know that she wants to position me better than I want to position myself. I just want to tell it how I feel. She wants me to say it and be impactful with my communication. you know?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that we've had what did you call it? Calling people out versus calling them in?
Yeah, like
I
calling
love
you
that.
in, yeah.
We've had a lot of like personal calling each other in situations, like in our personal lives, like whether it's with men or,
Yeah.
family or whatever. But professionally, I feel like, I don't know, like you two always know what you're doing. Like there's never really been professionally speaking.
She's
I
like,
don't
let's
like
be
how many
clear.
times you said professionally. You better pull it
Professionally.
together.
but yeah, like I feel like, back when we were all, dating and running the streets a little bit, like there was a lot of calling each other in.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a long friendship.
Yeah, long different eras.
We made it through a
definitely.
pandemic as well, and no one wants to talk about that. But
Yeah.
we made it through a pandemic. This friendship's been through a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was just thinking too, you all are just really set in your gifts and really leaning into your gifts. So it's not like Tia will send you like a draft of the book.
Oh,
and you'll
girl,
be
no
like,
one. I would send no one. My editor doesn't see a draft.
Really?
No, no, no,
I
no,
see
no.
it when you see it.
Yeah,
When the
I
Amazon man drops it on the porch. That's when I
Yeah.
see
You
it.
don't get the inside.
No.
inside.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
Even
wouldn't
when I
even
was-
ask that of her. I think
Mm-mm.
she'd have a meltdown.
No, I don't do that. Even when I was working at magazines and when I was doing like executive copywriting, like at Tom Ford Beauty and Bumble and Bumble, marketing would be like, can we see like where you are with that copy? Absolutely not. You said the deadline was what? That's when you'll see it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in showing anything before I feel like it's the best I can do it. So, young writers always asking me if I take writing classes, if I took writing classes to get to where I am, or, and that's just not my personality, because what happens in writing classes is you have to present your work and then get critiqued. And I'm not interested in your opinion.
Yes.
I'm interested in my opinion. Like I'm writing to tickle myself and to impress myself and anyone else who is, entertained by that after
Yeah.
me. I love that for you and for us.
That is
But
so unique. That is
Yeah.
so unique. And that's the thing I always hated about writing classes, even working in journalism and working in the newsroom.
Yeah.
Like you have to show your work and
Mhm.
let everybody see the sloppiness of it before it's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
And it made me cringe so badly. But I couldn't avoid it. And you're so lucky
Yeah.
that you got to this point where you can avoid it.
Well, you know what's funny? I was like this when I was 27 at Conde
Mhm.
Nast.
Mm.
There's like a double-edged sword. I was always the only Black editor in the room, right? Except for obviously at Essence. But yeah, like there's a lot of uphill battle fighting that you have to do as the only Black editor at a magazine, but also people don't really know what to do with you, and they're tiptoeing around you a little bit because they don't want to be, the offensive white person. And that's a beautiful moment to be like, I'm not doing that.
Mm.
Because no one wants to be the person to say, the Black girl can't do that. Like she can't
Yep.
say that she's not going to do that. Like she can't put up a boundary. Who really wants to be that person?
Yes.
So I got away with a little bit,
Mhm.
in that space. I'm sure that Tricia and Renae can relate to that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Too much.
People are
We need
counting
it now.
down.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
The misconnection, everybody.
June 16th.
Yes.
It's just such a great story. I remember, I think it was like 2 years ago, you were telling me about the story that inspired the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is going to be amazing. Like, it's going to be so good, And then I was working
so.
with like a bunch of clients at Google. And remember when you were telling me the story, and I was like, they
yeah.
probably know this story.
I'm sure they
Yeah,
do.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Can you
So-
share the story?
I will not do that. She will put me out.
I would put her out. I can't
But
share that
it's
story.
inspired by
but
like
it's
something
inspired
that
by it.
actually really happened, and we were like, "That's your next book." Like literally, I was at our house for brunch or something like that, and so it's been 2 years, I would say.
2 years, yeah.
and
That's how
it's-
long it takes to publish a book, which is crazy.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
it's
even
like,
crazy.
yeah. But I remember, like, I already know the story. I'm like, I cannot wait. I I was talking to someone about, I think it was Jeff or whatever. He's like, what else happens? And I'm like, I don't know. She has to write it.
Yeah.
like everyone
Yeah,
else.
but the whatever, I don't know how to speak in writer language, but the premise of it is
Yeah,
so
the
like
premise.
dope. Yeah, it's gonna
Yes,
be
we're counting
yeah.
down. Cannot
But
wait.
it's a movie. It's gonna be a movie. I just decided that. I said that.
You know what? I feel it.
It has to be.
It
If,
has
and I
to.
was
I
picturing
thought
like,
that when she said that 2 years
yeah.
ago. I was like, this is gonna be the next movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can see it.
yeah.
Somebody manifest it for me.
We just did.
You just
Okay.
did.
I just
yeah.
did. Okay.
You did. You co-signed.
I want a beach
We have to
house.
do the physical version though.
Yeah.
We have to
Yes.
print
I
print
want a
it
beach
out, put
house.
it on a
That's
poster
right.
board. So I think we got so many lessons from just your real lives and examples of how you maintain this friendship and while you're doing all the things, the tunnel vision for the career, but then family dynamics, dating dynamics, all of the things. What advice can you give to Black, accomplished, strong, goal-oriented women that are trying to reconnect with their tribe or trying to create their tribe? What advice can you share?
You know what I would say? Like the best times I can remember that we all had together were not super planned out. They were spontaneous. And it wasn't like right now, everything is about the aesthetic of it all and like a theme, this. Like we would just get together.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be that deep. And I think
Mhm.
that you have to remove some of those barriers to really maintain connections. And that is something I think about with like all of my friends. Like it doesn't have to be this big production. You're good for inviting someone to your house in their pajamas.
Yeah,
You know?
I'll require it. I'm like, don't come over here with no clothes on because I'm not wearing no clothes.
Just that, or like when we used to meet up at cafes to work
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
like just do the simple things because they're easier to accomplish, first of all, with everyone's schedules, but they're also where the beautiful memories
Yeah.
happen, and the moments take place.
I also feel like every time that you break yourself out of this routine and you spend time with people that inspire you and you get excited about, you just feel so rich and you feel
Yeah.
so full. And we are just in a world where we prioritize like literally scrolling on our phones and being on our laptops and going through the entire work week, day, month, whatever, and not really being intentional about spending time with your girls. And I think that happens as you get older. I think that's a really bad habit that you prioritize everything but your relationships. And it's really unfortunate because as you get older and older and older, this is right where you end up at with these friendships. Like we outlive the men. The kids leave. Everything ends. And it's like your friendships, like when I watch older women and like my mom and her friends that she's had for 50, 60 years, like it's where you end up with. That's where you land.
Exactly.
So you've got to invest in it now, I think. And it doesn't require a reservation. It doesn't require a calendar invite. It's just like, are you free? Are you free? Let's have a coffee. Or make time. And we need to do more dinner parties and people need to spend more time just hanging out, not having a moment.
Right.
Like what do you have over? Bring it over here. Let's put it together and let's make a meal out of it and just talk, because that I think is just so much healthier than the routine that we've gotten into. Like I feel like we can just go a whole day without a human connection.
Oh,
Yes.
easily. A day,
Easily.
girl.
Well,
Easily.
we know how you do.
Listen.
I gotta pull her out
We used to know
so
Tia.
often.
Where'd she go? Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, your hair grew out.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so now we're all in your girlfriends group chat, by the way.
Okay.
We all, as in all of the people watching and listening. And so with that, we want to support you and what you have coming up. So if there's anything that you're doing in the next few months that you can announce, that you can share, or if not, then just let us know where we can follow you so that we can learn more whenever you're ready to announce.
Am I first? Okay, I'll go first. I have a new novel coming out on June 16th. It's called The Misconnection. It's a rom-com. Really quickly, it's about a woman who is on a flight to a work trip in Paris, and she sits next to this man, and she's like, oh my God, I love him. She forgets to get his information. She emails her work friend when she lands, and she's like, I met my man. This is what he looks like. We need to find him. And she doesn't realize that she accidentally has emailed the entire global company that she works for. And so now people all over the world are looking for this man for her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
So good.
Isn't that good?
I do see the movie in
It's
my
a
mind.
You
movie.
see the
already.
movie, right?
It's a
so
movie.
good.
Do we
Now,
need to say
now it's
who's going to
all
be
the
the
employee's
leading?
responsibility.
It's a movie.
Yeah, so that's what's going on, and I'll be releasing tour dates soon.
And where can they find you?
Oh yeah, TiaWilliamsWrites.com, and on Instagram I'm I think I'm Tia Williams Writes. Yes, I'm Tia
Yes.
Williams Writes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Because Renae 10 years ago made me change from Shake Your Beauty, which was
Yes.
my old beauty
Yes.
blog. This was the brilliance, right? Like she was like, but
Mm.
people that are going to come to your your books who don't know you from before won't know what Shake Your Beauty is. So you need to have your name in the account.
I remember
Your
that.
memory is crazy.
I remember that.
everything.
I remember
Yeah.
that conversation.
And I
But
was
remember
like,
the
that's
tattoo.
Oh yeah, we all got tattoos together.
Yeah. Well,
Let's not talk about. I don't even love this tattoo anymore.
Remember I cried. It hurt so
Pretty.
badly.
I like my tattoo.
It's blurred. It
pretty.
was
What
it
does
was
it
my
say?
mantra, and it still is my mantra.
Okay.
But it's like do what you love. It's giving eat, pray, love.
It's
Like the
giving live,
artwork
laugh,
that you
love.
see. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's that. It's
I
giving
get
home
what you mean.
goods. but
Home goods
okay.
pillow.
The PR girl doesn't like the fact that it's no longer her aesthetic.
Right.
So
She moved
over it.
on.
You should have thought
Well,
about
let
that before
us
you got
know.
tattooed.
Let
Right.
us. We won't talk about the tattoo, but let us know what we can talk about. What do you have coming up that we can promote, share?
Yeah. So the Holiday Bazaar is approaching its 10-year anniversary, which is
Yes.
crazy because
Oh my God.
what is time? So the goal is to expand into a couple of other markets. We're exploring LA and Atlanta. So if you just follow me on Instagram, I'll be talking about that. We're not rushing it because it's not even summer, but that's kind of where my head is now, just
Okay.
working on those relationships and connections to bring that to life and just celebrate this milestone.
That's amazing, and they need that in those cities for sure.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. They've been asking for it, so hopefully we can deliver.
Yeah, it needs to make happen.
And Tricia, what do you have coming up,
A
or where can we
nap.
follow you?
A goddamn nap. That's what I have coming up right after this. No, I'm at Love Tricia Lee everywhere. LOVETRICIALEE. And I'm always selling Brooklyn. I'm always selling Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm done with my events for the year. I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
filming yet, so although I'll still be working one full-time 6-day-a-week job, it's going to feel like a lighter schedule. So I'm
Mhm.
excited about that, and that's lined up with spring, which is amazing as well.
Great.
Yeah, and I want to spend this year going to wellness retreats, and you guys are welcome to come if you want to come with me.
You paying?
All the curl friends are coming.
She has a hookup at one in Sedona,
I
so we need to
do,
go.
I do.
Oh.
My cousin owns the new fancy one in Sedona.
What?
at
Yeah.
Genesis House.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, let's go.
We're
yeah,
going.
yeah, for sure.
And
See?
I think that's
It's
a
that easy.
great moment to land on. We're gonna go on the retreat together.
They
Yes.
said it here.
Let's
Yes.
focus on wellness and
Support a
so that
Black
we can
women-owned
support-
business.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining the Her Agenda podcast. I appreciate you for sharing your transparent moments, your messy moments, the messy middle, all the things. And it's just an inspiration for you all to just be here and be in this room and share your light with us. So thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you for coming up with this. Like, this was
course.
brilliant.
Thank you for tuning in to the Her Agenda podcast. You can get all the details and show notes on heragenda.com. Since 2008, Her Agenda's mission has been to bridge the gap between ambition and achievement. And we hope today's episode did just that. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it, tag us on social media at Her Agenda, or leave a review or all of the above. Until next time, see ya.
We should have done this a long time ago.
Wait, but we
Oh.
didn't talk about like how we all met you.
Oh.
Did you want to do that, or am I fucking it up? We don't have to do that.
I
We
think
don't
you
have
messed
to.
that
I
up.
think we need to at least talk about how you all met because that was the cutest.
Yeah, that was major.
Okay. We have time. We
Okay.
can get into it. My editor is gonna hate this though.
Because it's like, where does this go?
Where does it go? We don't have to talk about it. I just threw that out there.
Can you do an outtake? I don't know.
A little fun fact. We can do a side
BTS?
video. Yes.
I love
So I actually I met
that's pretty.
Tia when I was 16 years old. I don't know which camera I'm looking at. 16
Tia was
years old.
17.
This camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 16. She was 17. No, but I was an intern for a woman named Rakia Mays. You remember Rakia May? She used to be on the radio.
She was
Yep.
at Source and Vibe
Exactly.
years ago. Yeah.
Iconic journalist, music journalist, and I was 16 and I wanted to get into journalism. So I was interning for her and she brought me to a panel. Tia was on the panel and I was in awe. It was like a celebrity, honestly, because she's like this glamorous woman. I think you had a commercial on at the
I
time.
did an
Was
Olay
it
Olay
commercial.
commercial?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was
So she's on
It
TV.
was Dove, wasn't it?
It was Olay.
So late.
And I was an
Olay.
editor. I was the beauty editor at Teen People.
Yes.
Big deal.
R.I.P.
And it was a historic role. So I'm just like this little teen and I'm like going up to her after to ask her for her card. And she's like, "Do you model?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do model," because I modeled for 17 magazine. And she's like,
Didn't I
"I
also
want
get you in Teen People?
You got me, yes, into the event. They were
No, but
supposed
I
to
feel
shoot
like-
me, but they didn't.
Oh, they never shot you. Oh, okay. Okay.
And she's like, "I want you to do the cover of my book." She was doing a teen
Mhm.
series called It Chicks. And she
Yeah.
was like, "I want to shoot you for the cover of my book." And I
so
was like,
good.
"Ah." And literally ever since then, just keep in touch, always emailing her,
Always.
always asking you to do something. Can you be on this panel? Can you do this?
Yeah.
And she always shows up. So it's been years and years. I turned 37 next month. So
Wow.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Or 21 years. I don't do. I was
it's
told there would be no math.
crazy.
No math.
And so, yeah, constant in my life. Renae, I met you in what year was that? Maybe 2009, 2010-ish. I had just started Her Agenda. I started Her Agenda in 2008. You
Mhm.
started in her shoes in what?
2009.
Yeah, it was around the same time. We sort of had similar names, In Her Shoes, Her Agenda.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, "Who's this girl?" And she kind of looks like me, long hair, brown
Yeah.
skin. And then I just started seeing her everywhere. And we just, support each other. Whenever she has clients that are relevant to her agenda, we publicize what they're doing.
Thank you.
And then Tricia, I met in her Polish Bars days as well. I had a friend that did an event in her salon. She was a baker and she decided she wanted to do a girls' day and she had her treats and I think there was some speaking or whatever. And then I just,
remember that.
Trisha, you were there for like 2 seconds. You like zoomed in and out. But
That seems right.
your reputation preceded you because it's like, this is a Black woman owned salon
Mhm.
in this like elite area in Brooklyn. And it was just so rare. And just me being me, Her Agenda in me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to just like know her, uplift her story somehow. And it wasn't until years later that we featured you, but I've
Mhm.
always been a huge fan and admirer of your
Thank
work.
you.
Yeah.
Look at the connections. Love it.
Yeah.